Fuzzy Brick Chick here, and it's time for another Tutorial Tuesday. Episode 19. So, we are moving on from looking at Micropolis, but we are staying in the small because I love small. So, my local LEGO user group has decided to start a new group display project, and what we are doing is called GARC, Galactic Asteroid Rally Circuit. So building spaceships is really not something that's my thing, but we can always change that. I do have a quirky, sort of unique way of looking at things like this. Because of the way that I build, I'm not a planner. I just look at what I have and I throw stuff together until I'm happy with what it looks like. So with GARC spaceships, there are a few rules. These are what's called micro GARC. So it's smaller than your average. So basically you can go as small as you like, as long as you fit a minimum criteria of something spaceshipy, and it needs to have a connection at the bottom so that you can put a base on it so that it can sit on the display. And you also need to have a really sweet energy trail behind it, which can be trans colors like green or blue. I'm going to try and stretch the friendship and add some more colourful ones if I can get my hands on some colourful energy trails, just to mess with the boys and their rules. So yeah, beyond that, the biggest dimensions that you can use, particularly if you are somebody local who would like to join in on our project, is 10 by 10. So there's a few different classes that is like 4 studs and oh man, I'm trying to remember now. 10 is the biggest class, 8 is the next size down, and then I think 6 and under is the smaller. You can have really tiny ships, but obviously the smaller you go, the less likely it looks like it might win the actual race. But the idea being to build something exciting and interesting with some interesting pieces and end up with something ship-like at the end. So you can see here I've got a few very different kinds of GARC. By all means, this is not the be-all and end-all. I've seen some really awesome stuff that I probably will never ever manage to make myself. But the point of getting creative with these is you start generally with either an overall idea of a shape or a seed piece that you find interesting. For example, this one here, I have a couple of interesting seed pieces which are from Ninjago minifigure. So we've got a hat there, which makes the front sort of nose coney thing, and at the back you can see the minifigure's legs actually make the energy trail jets at the back. And I took my cues from that, and that's where I got my color combinations from. And then you add some stickers and make it look a lot more fun. So long as you have a stud or an anti-stud at the back underneath, so that you can put it on a stand, the sky is pretty much the limit. I say get in and give it a go and give it a try. It's a good idea to get in and use some snot pieces. So you can see that I've got one that has the studs all the way around there. And you can see that I've used a fair few different things. We've got a ninja sword there. I'm not sure what exactly this brown piece is. It's just something random that I found in my Lego. Then you've got a beaker full of green fluid, which is kind of cool because it looks like an energy something or other that's powering it. And then you've got a bit of trans at the top for like a cockpit. And it all just snaps together. And we've just got some pretty gold pieces on the outside to just match up all the colours. Now you can add some stickers to this. I just haven't got stickers for this particular one yet. Okay, and this one's made with, I wanted to make something that looked like a flying saucer. So I started with these big dish pieces and just sort of went from there and saw where things took me. And I found these really cool, like a energy, like a electric shock zap kind of thing. And I thought that would make a very cool energy trail for something different. Again, this could use some stickers. It's still pretty plain so far, but it looks pretty cool by itself. And then you've got, this is the first one that I tried. So I wanted something that was more sort of traditionally shaped, kind of like an aeroplane type deal. So I found pieces that reminded me of an aeroplane. One thing about GARC is that they're not necessarily very structural because there's not a lot holding them together. So I used some tail pieces from a plane. I used 2 of them. I used some slopey bits that look like wings. And I have a little cockpit at the front. And yeah, I just used pieces that like going by the shapes of what looked good. You've got some bits there from looks like cars of some description to make very sort of sexy looking exhaust pipe things. So there you go, something to get you started with your inspiration. There are no hard and fast rules on what makes a best kind of GARC, but adding stickers also definitely gives it a bit more identity. They can be like, what do you call them, sponsors? Or just a bit of fun. So get building, guys, get inspired, and thanks so much for watching. For those of you who have subscribed so far, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I will see you next week with some more tutorials. Bye-bye.